guys got to get together. You got to sign the agreement together that we're going back to back with you, gentlemen. Well, listen, y'all can decide how y'all want to do it. It's between y'all. It's called a double up in East Oakland.
We talk about boxing, so.
Sure, so that means two. That means that's 2 for 1 on one agreement, one contract. We get both of y'all.
I've never seen Shakur as a professional walk down, pump, and physically unable to like get somebody off of him. Have you seen it? I'm saying as a professional.
Yeah, but I've not seen him fight nobody that I would even think is anywhere near no motherfucking Devin Haney.
We talking
Listen,
about Teo, though.
No, what I'm saying is, you just said that, but you ain't seen him fight a motherfucking person. No, you just said that.
Who?
Shakur. You ain't seen him fight nobody, Dre. Come on.
Bill Haney has stepped forward with a strong and emotional response after Keyshawn Davis made public callouts aimed at Devin Haney. The
Shakur, I will fight you both, but the only way I'm going to fight you both, the only way, is if you're both on the contract. And that's what Devin said. That is what Devin told Keyshawn. That is what Devin told Shakur. That is what Devin told Jay Prince. Who gained?
The situation is quickly heating up in the boxing world, with tensions rising between both sides as the rivalry starts to gain more attention and intensity. Things escalated when Bill Haney got into a serious and highly intense FaceTime discussion with Keyshawn Davis while trying to explore the possibility of making a deal between them. The conversation was not just a simple negotiation, it turned into a deeper discussion about structuring a potential series of fights that could take place back-to-back. Bill and his side were focused on how each fighter would be positioned, what the order of fights would look like, and what professional terms would need to be agreed on before anything could move forward.
But listen, that would be your job to stop that, King. But you know what I'm saying? Listen, let me tell you this though. With the 14, I know, but listen, but I'm telling you, with the 14 fights, I'm trying to find a reason. I'm trying to find some shit to look at. I've been looking around.
Look at like what though?
No, I'm just saying, if you want to scare me off, tell me what I need to look at, what I need to look at. Stop talking like that. Okay, well, we need both of y'all. Listen, but that's what I'm saying is we need both of y'all. You go talk to Jay, and listen, we want to do it back to back. But if you want to go first, that'll give him opportunity to have a look, or you have a look. We know y'all together, y'all not gonna...
Conversation, Bill made it clear that they would only seriously consider moving ahead if Shakur Stevenson's name was also included in the deal, turning a straightforward matchup into a much more complicated multi-fight scenario involving multiple top names. As the discussion continued, both sides began diving deeper into the structure of a potential 2-for-1 type arrangement, where multiple fights would be tied under one larger agreement.
You know, I was born at night, not last night. We already ready. We got 30-some fights. You got 14. Listen, I'm saying this. Come on now. No, I'm saying this. What more do we need to get ready? We already ready, King.
I'm saying you gotta get in shape and all that. I'm saying, yeah, I just fought, so that's what I'm saying. We y'all ready?
We ready.
Y'all ready? Okay.
Yes.
So my to get back.
Discussed involved organizing back-to-back fights in a way that would satisfy promotional expectations, timing schedules, and career planning for both fighters. Keyshawn Davis pushed back at certain points, questioning parts of the proposal, while Bill Haney maintained that his team was ready and simply needed clarity on how everything would be structured. Despite disagreements, the conversation remained focused on trying to find a realistic path to make the fights happen rather than shutting the idea down completely. Keyshawn Davis made his position very clear during the exchange, stating that he is
When my manager get back with you, you gonna it's straight.
Absolutely. No, listen, we've already been talking to him.
Cause I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you. It's okay. Whatever package deal you talk about, y'all, yeah, I don't got nothing to do with that. But when it comes to me, I'm gonna fight your son.
Listen, absolutely. But you're a businessman, right? You're a businessman, right? And that's your brother, right?
Can I say something though?
Okay.
When the fight happen, just let him do the talking. Don't talk for him. He don't need you.
I don't work for you. I work for him, businessman. He tells me what to do. Yeah, he tells me what to do.
We'll tell y'all niggas what to do too.
My whole thing is, let's get this.
Why don't you get your man on the line right now? You been feeling this great time, your man. No, if you want to get him on the line, or you get Jay on the line.
Man, you the promoter. Bill, Jay got the promoter. It's on agreement, sir. Bird. Like, you know this. Don't do that. You know this, bro. You know this. You talk to Jay off, like, come on, bro. I ain't gonna do all that, but, bro, you know I wanna fight your son. I'm gonna ask you when you wanna make it happen. You say he never. What the f*** you gonna make this fight happen? When, nigga?
Okay, now, listen. We can do it next, right? And I just explained to you. If you have your manager, put it on the table, because listen, now you understand what we're doing, right? And I told you I'm gonna give you a good listen, because you was lower on the list. It was Shakur. Now listen, if Shakur, wait a minute. Now
Is fully prepared to step into the ring and will accept the fight once his management team connects directly with Bill Haney to finalize all necessary details. As the discussion went on, the tone became more heated, with both sides talking over each other at moments while debating control, promotion rights, and decision-making authority. Bill emphasized that his intention is to organize everything properly and ensure that the deal structure is clear before anything is officially signed. Even with the tension rising, both camps still showed clear interest in making the matchup happen as soon as possible, which only added more intensity to the situation.
Here we go. Here we go. We make that. Here we go. What we doing? It's mandatory, Bill. What's going on?
listen, I don't know if he can speak the way that he can speak for everybody, because we already know he's on the menu. Hold on, businessman. Hold on. Because it's a package deal, King. Now listen, you and your brother, we want you.
Bill Haney has also publicly stated that his long-term plan involves both Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis signing separate contracts to face Devin Haney in individual fights as part of Devin's run through top-level competition. His vision is for Devin to take on elite contenders one by one in high-profile matchups that would strengthen his position in the division.
What should I see that he's done, what did you witness Shakur do in sparring, right, to whoever, or what did you witness him do in the, under the lights that you see would give Devin problems? Which guy? Just give me one guy.
No. My thing is that it's going to be...
It becomes far more complicated because Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis share a close friendship and training relationship, often described as being like brothers. That personal connection adds another layer of controversy and emotional tension, since the idea of both men being lined up against Devin creates an uncomfortable dynamic within their circle and fuels even more discussion in the boxing world.
Yeah, he blitzed. He beat all his guys easy peasy.
Which guy? Which guy?
Every guy
Devin?
he fought.
Okay,
Every
so
guy he fought, he beat him easy.
So
Every guy he fought, he beat him easy. He ain't been in no tough fights.
I'm
Sound
saying,
like you're a
I
hater.
think-
Now you
no,
sound like
no,
a hater.
I'm saying, no, we've been in there with Sean Porter.
Okay,
We've been in there with
so
Sean
now
Porter,
you trying
and
to
I said-
discredit him?
And I said, no,
Okay.
I'm not. I was doing
Meanwhile, Bill Haney and Bernie Thaxton engaged in another heated debate centered around a potential clash between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. Both sides passionately defended their fighters and their place among boxing's elite, turning the conversation into a serious battle of opinions. Bill argued that Devin's championship achievements, experience at the highest level, and victories over strong opposition prove that he remains one of the defining fighters in the division.
the other fighters, whether it be Keyshawn, whether it be Shakur, everybody to get in there would benefit.
So you done a fantastic job with him. Whether I like his style or not, whether I like watching him fight or not, I respect his ability.
Oh, that was what it was. Remember? That was what it was. You said, I just don't like his style. Remember we was talking about that?
Yeah.
I said, well, what about Bud's style? What do you like about his style? You said, I like everything. I like
That's
everything.
right.
And I
That's
said, I like Devin. I like everything about Devin. I said, well, let's let him get in the ring then. That's how the shit started.
Yep.
Devin's resume reflects consistency, adaptability, and proven success under pressure. On the other hand, Bernie Thaxton strongly supported Shakur Stevenson, highlighting his exceptional technical skill set, elite ring IQ, and defensive mastery. He suggested that Shakur possesses the kind of boxing intelligence and precision that can create major problems for any fighter, regardless of reputation or size.
A guy in Devin's life that I believe that will tell him 100% of the truth. And there's been times as an amateur, and where he gets back in the car and we ride, and he's like, so what you think? I was like, well, look at you. He was like, what? I was like, dude, look at him. I told him, pull down the visor. He pulled down the visor. I said, are you lumped up? Are you marked up? He's no. I said, are you tired? He says, no. He said, well, you didn't leave it in the ring. Ain't nobody to be mad at but you.
Sure.
He knows what being on the list means it's up because he's not gonna put Keyshawn on the list, and Keyshawn's not gonna put him on the list because they're friends, right? It's not up. With us.
Dev and Shakur was friends too at one point.
But that's not. It's always up. You in boxing, we're in around the same division. You know what I mean? And that's never.
Shocker's ability to control distance, read opponents, and avoid damage makes him one of the most difficult fighters in the sport today. As the debate continued, it quickly evolved into a full comparison of resumes, achievements, and hypothetical head-to-head outcomes. Neither side showed any willingness to concede, with Bill repeatedly emphasizing Devin's proven success on the biggest stages, while Bernie highlighted Shocker's undefeated record and his reputation as one of the most naturally gifted and technically refined boxers in the sport.
I think there'll be times where Shakur breaks down from the pressure that Teofimo applies. If Teofimo is doing it the way that Devin would do it, the way that I'm looking at it. So that's if it's me with Teofimo, it's easy. Based on what I see, what Devin can do.
The discussion became less about opinions and more about contrasting legacies and what each fighter has accomplished so far in their careers. Bill Haney doubled down on his confidence, stating firmly that Devin Haney would have no trouble handling Shakur Stevenson in a potential matchup. He went as far as suggesting that Shakur would be easy work for his son, pointing to Devin's championship experience, adaptability, and ability to adjust to different fighting styles as key advantages. According to Bill, while Shakur is undeniably talented, he has not yet faced the same level of elite competition or proven himself on the same stage as Devin has throughout his career.
Now, the one thing about Dev that's different is he fits everybody. And when I had the meeting, I said, this is gonna be the last time these folks are going to bet that Devin's mentally ain't strong. This will be the last time they're gonna bet that Devin's mental, not skills, but there's only one man in boxing that has an allegiance to the.
These comments have only intensified the ongoing debate among fans and analysts about how a fight between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson would actually play out. Bill remains confident that Devin's size, skill set, and ring experience would overwhelm Stevenson if they ever meet inside the ring. However, his bold statements have also added more fuel to the rivalry, with many fans questioning whether his confidence is justified or whether Shocker's elite technical ability could make the fight far more competitive than he suggests. According to Bill Haney, Devin has consistently shown that he is willing to take on the toughest challenges in boxing rather than avoiding difficult matchups.
Now what we doing? The same thing that we talked about we were going to do in the DM before you picked your man.
2026, we doing it.
Promise?
Remember, you promised. You're the promoter.
Well, I got you. Listen, in the DMs, I got your word on it. All right, just stand on it. Good luck, handle that business, okay?
Willingness to face top-tier opposition separates Devin from many other fighters in the division. From his perspective, Devin's career is defined not only by achievements and titles but also by his mindset and commitment to giving fans the biggest fights possible. Keyshawn Davis has also publicly called out Bill Haney, demanding that he stand by his words and make the fight with Devin Haney happen next. After hearing ongoing discussions and repeated mentions of potential matchups, Davis is now pushing for action rather than talk. He has made it clear that he wants the opportunity to prove himself inside the ring instead of continuing verbal exchanges through interviews and social media platforms. Davis further escalated the situation by responding directly to Devin Haney with bold and confident statements, increasing the intensity of the rivalry.
Debo, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You need your whip. Hey. I'm gonna whoop your so-called Debo. You know what happened to Debo at the end of the movie? He got hit with a brick. Debo might get hit with a brick. Talk some Latins. Latins and Spanish people. No, don't pick on them. Pick on me. Keep picking on Craig, and you're gonna figure out what's gonna happen. He's gonna get hit with a brick.
Belief in his ability to win the fight, claiming that he is more than capable of defeating Devin if they ever meet inside the ring. His comments reflect both frustration and determination, as he continues to position himself as a legitimate threat at the elite level. Davis has repeatedly emphasized that he is chasing the biggest names in the division, and his latest remarks show that he is not intimidated by Devin's reputation or his team's confidence.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. They sit there and tell you, like, oh, so other fighters had a rehydration clause and you had a problem with it. At that point in time, yeah, because at the end of the day, you fighting at a weight class that you fight at. If I'm at 135 or 140 and I put a rehydration clause on somebody, when it's like, bro, I'm fighting at this weight already, that don't make sense. But I'm a 126 pounder, that's where I started at. Going up all the way to 147, and I'm not even a real 47, I'm nowhere near that.
At the same time, Shakur Stevenson addressed criticism he received after suggesting that a potential fight with Devin Haney could involve a rehydration clause. This sparked significant debate in the boxing community, with many questioning whether such restrictions reduce fairness and competitiveness in high-level fights. Fans and analysts were divided, with some seeing it as a strategic negotiation tactic and others viewing it as an unnecessary limitation.
Well, if you fight Conor Benn, you'll fight Devin Haney. So I'm like, I will fight Devin Haney. Give me the same that Conor Benn that I'm asking for with Conor Benn. That if they accept that, then. But it's like, so many people just hate on me so much to where they want me to act like I'm
Shakur later clarified that his intention was not to avoid competition but rather to approach negotiations strategically while maintaining certain weight boundaries for safety and performance reasons. Despite this explanation, criticism continued to grow, with many arguing that major championship-level fights should take place under equal and unrestricted conditions. Even so, Shakur remains focused on securing the biggest possible fights in the division, including a long-discussed potential showdown with Devin Haney. The ongoing debate has only added more tension to the rivalry, leaving fans split over how such a high-profile matchup should ultimately be negotiated. Regis Progrise also shared his analysis of a possible fight between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis, offering a balanced but insightful breakdown. He acknowledged Devin Haney's elite technical skills, including his footwork, timing, and defensive intelligence, which make him extremely difficult to beat in the ring.
Me and Keyshawn Davis announcement today. You know, I see they going back on Twitter and stuff like that. I guess you said that it was a good fight.
That's a great fight. That's a great fight. I mean, I think Devin is more experienced. Definitely have Devin. Devin has more big fight experience for sure. He's been in, and sometimes that'll get to you. The lights will get to you. You know, Devin's been in some big old fights. You know, the lights probably not gonna get to him. Keyshawn hasn't been in big fights like that. But skill-wise, Keyshawn got it. I'm not gonna lie. That little dude, shit, he dangerous, bro. That little dude is dangerous. At 47, Keyshawn, he been wanting to smoke with everybody. He been calling everybody out. He been wanting to fight with everybody. That's a good fight. I would just lean more towards Devin just because of fight experience. Not saying Devin is better than Keyshawn, but fight experience, he's had bigger fights, he's had better names, he's had better opponents. So I would lean more towards Devin than Keyshawn. But Keyshawn but sometimes those young, hungry guys, they're hard to deal with. And Keyshawn want to prove himself. You know, it's like Keyshawn been in the shadows for a long time, and now Keyshawn is starting to come out now. So it's a dangerous, don't get me wrong, it's a dangerous fight for Devin. It's a very dangerous fight for Devin. But I think Devin can pull it off. But it's not going to be easy, bro. It's not going to be easy.
However, he also believes Keyshawn Davis has the tools to make the fight competitive, pointing to his sharp timing, growing confidence, and aggressive approach as potential factors that could trouble Devin if he manages to close distance and impose his style of fighting.